I just stopped the recording like a dummy. Anyways, uh, I already said this in the last video that you guys won't see, but, Toronto Maple Leafs forced to Game 7 against Boston. I already know the outcome. I'm already prepared for the disappointment that's gonna come. Unless, blowing 3-1 leads is their new thing here. Um, I'm hoping it is. Uh, yeah, I really hate my sports teams. I love them and I hate them. Like I'm a Maple Leafs fan in NHL, and in the NFL, I'm a Steelers fan. And pretty much all the success that these teams had were in the 60s, and for the Steelers, the 70s. And most likely, I will never see a championship again in my lifetime. I just have that feeling. But, anyways, in today's video, I want to go over Ronda Rousey. I'm pretty sure you guys all know and have seen the headlines recently where she's gone out and voiced her uh, displeasure on the UFC, on WWE, and on the media. And I have a really good way to um, put myself in other people's shoes and understand the motivation behind what the actions are. Even if I don't agree with it, I can understand that point of view 90% of the time. But before I get carried away here, I want to pull up a video by the Weasel, which I'm pretty sure if you watch me, you guys all watch the Weasel. If you don't, what are you doing? The Weasel has the best breakdowns in MMA. Maybe not the business side. Jesse on Fire, that is his bread and butter, and he makes phenomenal content. But anyways, let me stop my rambling here and go like that.
It was really like disappointing just to see how happily everybody had turned on me, and how people like Joe Rogan, who were like crying in the ring out of the honor of being able to call my fights, had, like, people I considered friends in the media so quickly, turned on me and forced me to separate other people's perception of me from my own perception of myself, which I first lost. I got tapped in the beginning, and
Joe Rogan never turned on her. No, no, not really, because he even said he truly believed all those things after the fact on her podcast. When he did the podcast with her and I forgot her coach's name, but he was talking her up like crazy. He said that she is not only the best wrestler in women's MMA, which she was at that time, but he also said he was the best, or she was the best striker in the division, which for a time was true, but she was nowhere near the likes of Holly Holm, the likes of Amanda Nunes later on, Chris Cyborg especially. She was never on that level. But uh, I completely forgot what I was saying. Let's just watch the video.
I'd fallen down the stairs a week or so before that, knocked myself out falling down the stairs at my house, and then didn't say anything and went into the fight anyway. Had a horrible weight cut, had the wrong mouth guard, which didn't have the protection on the back of the bottom teeth. I was like completely disabled. And when I tried to fight again, and I was like, okay, I'll give myself a break and I'll make sure the mouth guard's perfect. This time I'm not going to knock myself out right before the fight and all those things. And the same thing, I just got tapped and I was out. So I just didn't have the hardware to continue fighting. Neurologically, it wasn't capable of continuing to fight at that level. Right before the home fight, I slipped.
Okay, so that to me, yeah, there's a lot of bullshit there. But she absolutely is true that she took a lot of brain damage at the end of her career. Obviously, the Holly Holm knockout, then the Amanda Nunes one, and I forgot the other ones. But it was absolutely not like the start of her career. The start of her career, she was running through people with ease. And when you have years and years of that success in any trade or profession or hobby or whatever, it makes losing very, very difficult because you don't remember what that feeling is. You never have to use that as motivation. Your motivation is being the greatest to ever do it. Oh my god, 1 second here. I'm literally using my PlayStation as a light here. But hey, works as it does. Anyways, uh, the motivation from being down, like down at your low point, is much more intense. It's, you know, it can either make you sink further or it can boost you all the way up. In her case, it only made it worse. Anyways, let's continue the video.
Down some fucking stairs in my socks, tore out my knee, knocked myself out on the stairs 2 weeks before the fight. I'm the greatest fighter that has ever lived, but when it got to a point where I'd just taken so much neurological damage that I couldn't take it anymore, suddenly everything that I accomplished meant nothing. And so then after that second fight, and I saw how all these people that I was coming back to fight for had suddenly turned against me, all of my appreciation for them turned into resentment. And I just didn't want to have anything to do with them anymore. I didn't want to do anything for them anymore because I gave them everything.
Why is that? There's no humility.
Okay, first of all, John Jones would ragdoll her. But I guess I'm done with this video. But she definitely was the greatest in her time period. I think when it comes to the GOAT conversation, whether it's NHL, NFL, MMA, I think greatest of their era is a much better one to do. Like, Kamaru Usman was the greatest welterweight of this generation, but GSP has more accolades, and he beat everyone he faced. He avenged the loss against Matt Hamill, or no, not Matt Hamill, Matt Hughes. There we go. And he avenged the loss against Matt Serra. But with Ronda Rousey, she was able to take her stardom, along with Conor McGregor, to an entirely new level that not many fighters ever had. She was in Fast and Furious, she was in other movies, she did commercials, she was on talk shows, she was everywhere. Obviously you had Randy Couture with Expendables. You had Rampage did a couple movies. I think Chuck Liddell might have done a movie or two. Yeah. And then obviously now Conor McGregor in Roadhouse, which was phenomenal. And um, I hope, I don't have any ill will against Ronda Rousey. I did in the past when she went on Ellen and spewed all that stuff. Um, but as far as being a talent, whether it's WWE, Ring of Honor, UFC, Strike Force, she is phenomenally talented. On the mic, off the mic, in the cage, in the ring, she can do it all. But I think the more she does stuff like this, the more bridges she's gonna burn. And like I said, she's already set for life. She has her money. She seems like a smart woman. I guarantee you, she has a financial advisor, and those couple $1,000,000 she made are most likely worth hundreds of millions. On top of the endorsement deals and movie roles and all this stuff that she's still gonna get, she is set for life. But I think it's not only a stain on her, it's also a stain on UFC as a whole, which I think it's warranted to a degree. Absolutely. We all know the UFC lately hasn't screwed over fighters a little bit. Francis Ngannou being the prime example, in which he's one of the only fighters that was able to bet on himself and come out on top. Even though he lost his two boxing matches, he made anywhere from $24 million to $50 million. And like I said with Ronda, he has somebody managing that money, and that money will only turn into more money. But I think, to sum up this video, because I'm kind of just talking in circles here, I hope that Ronda Rousey can get through whatever she's through. Whether or not this is just a way to get publicity or she's genuinely upset about all these things, I hope in the end she is able to realize that she contributed to every company she worked for tremendously. She moved the needle more than most fighters, and with her being out of the sport, out of both sports, I don't know. I saw she was in Ring of Honor. I'm not really sure about that. I've never really followed any kind of wrestling company outside of WWE. But I just, like I said, I hope she realizes her value, which I think she does, and I really hope that she's able to have pride in what she did. But I'm kind of just talking in circles here. Thank you guys for watching. If you like the video, Um, comment down below. What do you take away from Ronda Rousey? Do you think what she says is warranted? Do you think it's just publicity? Do you think she's delusional? Other than that, this has been Tactical. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.